Hello everyone, my name is DeadlySlob at TGN.TV. Today we hit level 80 and we're starting things off in Grizzly Hills. If you haven't already seen last video, you can click on the huge annotation on the screen, or if you decide later on in the video, you can click on the annotation on the top right corner and you can guide your way through the entire leveling series. Now it's hard to believe that we are already level 80. This could possibly be the second last episode of the series. Depending on how fast or how slow I level from 80 to 85, I will let you know in the future. As well as I do have a Facebook fan page now. You can look at that in the description box below. Make sure to like me and you'll be notified when all my streams are going up. Anything that's new that's happening to me, all of my new videos will be posted there. My sexy pictures will be there. Just leave comments, you can write on my wall. It's going to be pretty awesome. So I finally made one of those. Hangus suggested it to me, and I think it's going to be a good idea, so that's that. One last announcement before we get started. I did make a alt and FAQ video that is on TGN right now, so for all you guys that have been asking for me to show my key bindings, my add-ons, and my macros, my specs, everything, all your viewer questions have been answered in that video. So if there's not a annotation somewhere on the screen or in the description box below, just check out the TGN World of Warcraft channel. It's been pretty damn recent, so you're not going to be doing too much digging to actually go and find that. So right now we are in the Thormon Dane. Now these quests, you have to work with the earthen doors to stop these iron doors. Basically, some lore revolving around like the Makers and Ulduar. And with this new quest acceptor add-on, I'm not going to be able to read too much quest text. So I do plan on doing my next leveling series. I am actually going to go and look at the quest text and try to understand what is actually going on and enjoy it a little bit more. Drakelgin Ruins. This is the first time that Harrison Jones has been implemented into the game. That's right, he's not just in Oldham. So if you guys want more Harrison Jones stuff, come to Grizzly Hills and go to the Drakelgin Ruins. It is on the east coast, and you basically just have to save Harrison Jones. A few little Easter eggs and all that stuff, and I am rocking the Enhancement Spec right now. Feral spirits and throwing down my totems, just completely destroying all these mobs. But little disclaimer, I did go back elemental. So for all you guys that have been wanting me to go back elemental, or else you're gonna come and murder me, you don't have to come and find me and kill me anymore. I did go back elemental at level 80. So for the majority of this video we will be, no, for the entire of this video we will be enhancement. The reason why I switched at level 80 is it will be easier for me to get gear all the way from 80 to 85, so I'll be able to just jump right into heroics and still do decent amount of DPS rather than be enhancement spec and then switching to elemental and then trying to gear up that way with very, very terrible DPS. Not a good idea, and it's not too bad. Survivability isn't as good as enhancement, but what can you do? Patch 4.2, they're releasing some new glyphs and some new talent changes, so it should be alright. So there we go, level 76, the first ding of the day in Grizzly Hills. We will be leaving the Grizzly Hills though very shortly. We're doing one of the final quests. We're done our goal. Quests in the mountains, the more northern area of the Grizzly Hills. Sorry, the more southern. It just looks like winter and all that stuff, kind of like the weird ass mountain in the middle of the zone that has snow on it. Basically, this will, when you're gonna finish the Grizzly Hills, this will be the last spot that you generally will end up. So I flew to Dalaran and took the fast portal to Sholazar Basin. Man, is this one of my favorite zones in the game, and it was actually interesting, and I'll let you guys know what happens here. A guy in the guild and a guy who watches my live stream named Cocaine, funny name, but anyway, he decided to jump on his level 81 horde and follow me around a little bit and just mess with me. I didn't know at the time that he was actually watching this stream, so whenever he was following me, I was just kind of like curious. I was like, are you watching this stream? Are you just trolling me? he slash nods me and slash agrees with me, and then sends me a message in the live stream that he's been following me around. So we had a little bit of fun. I don't know if you're going to be seeing him too much in this video, but you might be seeing one of his characters in another one of his videos. I'd like to thank him for his nice 1,000 gold generous donation that allowed me to obtain my epic flying a little bit faster. But needless to say, without that 1,000 gold donation, I probably would have gotten it at level 81. But I still appreciate it very much. We are making some alcoholic beverages, collecting some fruits from Sholazar, basically, and I guess it's a little interactive quest where you have to click on which fruit that little dwarf says needs more. And of course, we are working with the Hemet Nessingwary quest chains. Now, if you're looking for your Hemet Nessingwary achievements, you're going to need to complete all of those as well. And look what we have here, King Crush. I wasn't too sure if I was going to be able to solo this guy. It was actually kind of difficult. He's got a screech that fears you into other mobs. He hits really hard, and he's got a decent amount of HP. And mind you, I am only level 76 right now, so for level 80 this would have been easy. But for me, it was actually a little bit of a challenge, and I'm not too sure if anyone out there knows how difficult this guy is, but he's quite the handful. So, but anyway, we got the achievement, Northern Exposure. I got a little, I think, blue gloves out of it, and also got some gold and things like that nature, some potions. We're doing some of the final kill quests for the Nessingwary quest chains. It works a lot like Stranglethorn Vale, where you have to eventually start killing, 15 tigers, 15 rhinos, stronger tigers, stronger rhinos, and then a boss tiger, boss rhino type of thing. And there's also a quest where you have to kill 60 game animals as well, so you can be doing those at the same time. A lot of overlapping quests, so it makes it fairly easy. There's Cocaine right there for all you guys who are wondering, at my level 77 ding. So he was a horde following me around. At this point, I don't know if I was aware of this or not, but we're doing some quests for the oracles. Now, to start the oracle quest chain, you first need to befriend the Frenzy Heart clan or tribe. But then once you help out one of the oracles, they get pissed off at you and you get exiled. But at the very end of the quests in Sholazar, you will get a chance to pick between the two. Pick oracles if you are wondering which one to do, because if you do the dailies there by chance, you can unlock the ability to buy a green egg, which in turn can yield a bunch of vanity pets, and can also obtain a green proto drake, which is pretty awesome. So if you're just feeling bored and you want to try to unlock some vanity pets to sell, or just to have, or try to get a cool looking mount, you can do some of the daily quests for the oracles, and you'll be pretty rewarded if you get that mount. Here is that quest that I was just talking about, where you get to choose between the oracles or the Frenzy Heart. So at first I started attacking my oracle buddy, then I realized I remembered this quest. If you kill him, you get reputation for the other clans. So then I started moving on to the Frenzy Heart dude and decided to kill him, and then accepted the quest where I got a bunch of oracle rep. But that was it for Sholazar. If you didn't already notice, we are now moving into Icecrown. Yes, we are. For people who are wondering, we are at the Argent Vanguard, one of the first huge quest chains for the Icecrown area. It's just a bunch of lore if you want to do it. It's probably one of the most epic quest chains. You can take a bunch of hills, killing a lot of Scourge. It teaches you a lot about the Lich King and the whole point and storyline behind the Argent Crusade. Working with the Ebon Blade as well. Lots of cool little interactive quests, but not as much as Storm Peaks. And for people who are wondering, I did things backwards this time. I decided to go to Icecrown first, and then once I got pretty tired of Icecrown, I moved on to Storm Peaks. You can do that because Storm Peaks and Icecrown are both 77 to 80 zones. You can do either or and switch between the two. Now what I noticed is in Icecrown, they start you off with a lot of quests. But halfway through, not so much. You have one or two major quest chains, and you just got to finish those out through the entirety of the zone, which makes questing really slow. That's why I moved over to Storm Peaks, because you get those first set of initial quests from K3, nail them all down, and then maybe a quarter of the way through, I hit level 80. So it was pretty fun. One phased quest later, they got the entire place set up. So I thought that was pretty funny. Literally 3 seconds to build one massive tower. I know in reality it was supposed to be longer, but oh well. We are using a goblin jumper bot. This quest, you have to make it all the way to the top of the tower and then capture the flag, more or less. I'm taking the scenic route. If you can see, you're not supposed to take this way. A little bit more difficult. I suggest not doing this if you are a clicker, but if you macro and keybind and do all that fun stuff, this is not a big deal. It's a pretty convenient way to get up a damn mountain, though. As you can see, I kind of miss it sometimes, but oh well. What is my playtime? That is one of the biggest questions I get. I apologize because I keep meaning to actually capture it on Fraps and I don't. But I'm currently level 82 and I have a 3 days 10-hour playtime. Somewhere around that area. But I will, of course, show it at 85. That's the whole money shot. That's what everyone wants to see. How long did this little series take me to actually complete doing questing alone? And it doesn't take very long. I don't know why people think it takes like 8 days playtime. It doesn't. I'm probably going to hit it around 4 days. That's 20 hours better than I anticipated, which is great. If you want to know my goals, you can go watch episode 1. It's one of my best videos. It's got my most likes, 950 likes. So you can check that out. It's got a cool little intro and it does explain this series a little bit more. If you're jumping into this a little late, or this is your first time watching one of my videos, if you're on live stream, this was one of the most epic moments of the night. I YouTubed some epic music and it played very, very well. I would show that to you, but it is copywritten, so unfortunately I cannot do that. So I'm just looking through some of the comments and people are wondering what is the best free quest helper, and that's a good question. I don't use too many free quest helpers, but I know Carbonite is good and actual quest helper is good, but the difference between Carbonite and quest helper and actual pay for leveling guide is completely different. They do two different things. One, you accept the quest and the quest tells you how to do the quest. That's a quest helper or Carbonite. Leveling add-ons like Zygor's guides or Dugi's guides or any of those, Joanna's, the whole 9 yards, all those guides, they take you through a sequence from 1 through 85. So it takes you straight from 1 to 85. Those free add-ons don't do that. They basically just tell you how to do the quests, which they work perfectly in conjunction. So you can be using Dugi's guides with quest helpers. So if Dugi's doesn't explain it well enough, which 99% of the time won't be the case, but just so happens if you're having a little bit extra trouble with it, a quest helper will help you out in a situation like that. But those are your two best bets for your free leveling add-ons. You can leave your opinions and suggestions in the comment section below for all you guys that have been leaving them. There we go, level 79. I'm putting talents into the elemental tree for just a little bit of extra crit and damage. And it's time to move on to K3. We are planting some mines. This just so happens to be a daily. But you can do it twice in a row. I only did it once. It's pretty enjoyable. You just basically lay down mines and mobs run into it and they explode. That's about it. You can actually manually kill these mobs if you want, but you'll be wasting your time. You might as well just set the mines up the way I am doing it and they will run into it. One mine will not do the trick. That's why I'm setting them up like this, so when it triggers one, it triggers two, and it kills them pretty fast. It's time to do some quests for the Brunhildar village, which will in turn set me up for my level 80 ding. This is how you unlock the Sons of Hildar reputation. Unfortunately, it won't do you very much good right now. If you do it, it's probably just for an achievement for your exalted reputations. But fill your boots if you're into that kind of stuff. That's how you unlock it. You have to start doing quest chains for K3. It's a huge quest chain. It takes you all over Ulduar, Storm Peaks, sorry. Who's that in my party? Who is that mage? You've seen him before? I don't know. You may find out shortly. he does something called the Frozen Crusade. I'm not too sure if you guys know who he is, but he is Hengist. That is right, Hengist is in my party, and we were doing some stuff from 80 to 81 on one of his characters. I guess he was just checking out the level 80 ding. We were talking on Skype last night. It was pretty fun. If you guys were watching the live stream, you guys know damn right what we did. We were poning pretty hard. So anyways, he's just stopping by to see, giving me some ports to Stormwind and things like that, helping me out. Thank you again, man, for doing all that stuff for me, and helping me out on my Elemental Shaman. Basically, I was getting pwned really hard trying to play Elemental and Enhancement gear as soon as I went to High Jaw. Fortunately, I did have a tank with me, and we did some mass pulls. He just figured out how well Victory Rush works, and it was a lot of fun. So, man, if you want to do that again, I'm certainly up for it. So, and I bet you many of the people in the comment section will be too. This quest is really freaking sweet. Basically, you grapple from one Drake to the other and kill them, and then basically go Indiana Jones on their ass. But there we go, level 85 more levels to go. We unlocked Hex. That's it for DeadlySlob today, guys. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe to TGN World of Warcraft. Give this a big like, give it a favorite, leave your opinions in the comment section below. If you have any questions for me, I'm here. This is what I do. I will answer all of your questions and private messages. Till next time, guys, my name is DeadlySlob with TGN.TV, and there he is, the Frozen Crusade man himself. And we'll see you guys next video.